Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets is directed by Luc Besson, the guy who made Fifth Element. He's also the guy who made Lucy. Stars Dane Deehan, Cara Delevinge, Clive Owen. It's basically a movie about a gigantic space station. It's a gigantic space station, and there's a whole bunch of different species of human and alien and organisms that have all combined their resources and technology. It turned it into this big, huge thing where there's a whole bunch of different cultures and habitats and worlds, and that's where the whole City of a Thousand Planets thing comes in. And so Dane Deehan and Cara Delevinge are federal agents from the human sector of that place, and they have to go on a mission where they have to recover something, and then that turns into something else, and there's like a big conspiracy, and then that's basically the movie. Honestly, there's very little point in even talking about the story for this movie because there really isn't much of a story here. It's just two attractive people running through very CGI and colorful lit surroundings, and you'll be entertained by that or you won't. Entertain is the right word to use when talking about this movie though, because visually speaking, the movie should entertain most people. CGI, special effects, all that, it looks very good. This movie has a very vibrant and very good looking color palette. So many interesting colors and environments that you get to look at in this movie. Like visually, you're just gonna be glued in like, oh, well, yeah, 3D or not, this looks awesome. The thing that sells this movie, like the thing that really pushes it and the thing that I think that most people could take away from this is that this movie has a hell of an imagination. The movie has such really cool ideas and concepts in it, and it has an interesting world, and it has interesting lore, it has interesting creatures, it has interesting aliens. There's a lot of interesting stuff here in terms of imagination. However, imagination does not make a movie good, and this movie had some problems. It's easy to say that a film is visually stunning, man. That's kind of the low-key, easy way to say you should just turn yourself off and look at the visuals. It's easy to say that a movie like this can be visually stunning without having any expectation attached to that. You could just as easily say that I'm visually stunning, right? Just because I'm visually stunning, it doesn't mean that there's anything else to me. It's gotta go down as one of the top 5 most cringeworthy moments on my show ever. I trust somebody out there will compile a list of my most cringeworthy moments, and that moment better be on there. Dane Deehan and Cara Delevinge, I mean, they're both capable actors, I guess, although I'm a little bit more impressed with Dane Deehan usually than I am with Cara. Both of them were fine in this movie performance-wise. Dane Deehan didn't really sell that whole bad boy, badass, tough guy image that he was going for. Really, the biggest problem is that their two characters are just, they're very boring. The characters are written in the most basic, cliched way possible. They're both very one-note and very one-dimensional. For most of the movie, Dane Deehan is just thinking about banging Cara, and you get it because most men would look at Cara and be like, yeah, I want to bang that, and that we'd make a whole movie out of that. But the whole thing in the movie is, oh, well, he wants to marry her, but he has commitment issues. And she's like, well, I want to marry you, but you have commitment issues. And so it takes that, and it's like a running joke throughout the whole movie. And it's just not well written. Some of the dialogue to that end is just kind of there isn't much of a story here. I mean, there's a story and things are happening and you don't really care about any of it. It's not really put together in a cohesive manner for film. There are a few moments in this movie where I'm sitting here and I'm looking around, I'm like, wait, why are we here? Why is this happening? Where are we? They're trusting that you're gonna be so entertained by the visuals that you're not gonna care about the story at that point. And to be fair, most people probably won't. The problem I have with this movie is the action scenes themselves. There's no real bite or tension or grit to the action scenes in this movie. Everything is just so sleek and shiny and perfectly made, and there's really nothing about the action scenes in this movie that gets me excited. The action scenes themselves could have had more bite to them, that's all I'm saying. The Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets is not a bad movie per se. Shame we didn't get to see Cara do her whole hips don't lie routine from Suicide Squad. Please don't make any sound. Either way, it's an entertaining watch. It's got good visuals. Dane Deehan and Cara are okay in the movie. The characters are really boring and really bland. The story is nothing to write home about, and the action scenes, while they're visually entertaining, don't really have any grit to them. Nothing really at stake in the action scenes, so you don't really care about it that much. In the end, the Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, it's really more of a city of 1,000 ways to say that this movie is average. Average in, average out. Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets, go to the Fortress of Solitude. Have you seen Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets? What did you think about it? Let me know down below. Please like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and as always, if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.